Prince Harry opens up about family, Invictus, and having wife Meghan Markle by my side. Prince Harry is beaming as he takes in the energy of the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, the latest chapter of the international adaptive sports tournament he founded in 2014 to support wounded, injured, and sick service members and veterans. Speaking exclusively to people in Vancouver on February 9th, he shares his excitement. "It's incredible to be back in Canada. Canada couldn't be more appropriate to host the first Winter Games. Everyone is so excited," the Duke of Sussex says. Prince Harry, 40, has reason to feel at home. This is the first country to host the Invictus Games twice, following Toronto in 2017 where he and wife Meghan Markle made their first public appearance as a couple. It's also where they briefly lived after stepping back from their royal roles in 2020. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Now, 7 years later, Meghan, 43, is once again beside him, offering unwavering support for the cause that means so much to him. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry with members of Team US at the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025 in Vancouver, Canada on February 8, 2025. "To have my wife here supporting me is amazing. I love that she's by my side," Prince Harry tells people. "It's such an important piece to this whole adventure." The couple's connection has been evident throughout the games, from Meghan resting her head on Harry's shoulder to stealing kisses in the stands. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, kiss during the opening ceremony of the 2025 Invictus Games at BC Place on February 8, 2025 in Vancouver. "It is full of positivity," a friend of the couple says. Harry is walking around with a big smile on his face, and he can't go very far without being stopped every few seconds. But that's what it's all about. Competitors echo that sentiment. "He came up, gave me a hug, got a cheeky selfie. We were both in Afghanistan in 2008, so we had that connection there," Christopher Bride of Team US tells people of meeting Harry. "It's like you met someone down at the pub. He's a really cool guy." Gina Provias of Team Canada describes the Duke of Sussex as very intense and purposeful. "When he shakes your hand, he looks into your face like he wants to imprint your face in his mind. You can feel he's an outstanding leader. I feel like he's our hero." Harry, a former captain in the British Army and the game's founding patron, is already looking ahead to the next tournament in Birmingham, England, in 2027. "It's amazing how, after 10 years, we're still doing this. We will continue the games for as long as it's needed, and the need is increasing rather than reducing. So the fact that there will be a full cycle back to the UK is a place that I never thought we would be," he tells people. "I wish that we could close this down because there wasn't a need for it. But as long as there's a need for it, we will keep it going," he says. "I know the UK is looking forward to having the games back to where it started." Of the future of Invictus, Harry adds, "I've already had lots of people come up to me and ask whether there's going to be a continuous cycle of Winter Games. And the answer to that is, we'll have to wait and see. But everyone is very happy to be here." That energy was felt during the star-studded opening ceremony at BC Place in downtown Vancouver on February 8, which featured heartfelt tributes to several athletes and performances by Katy Perry, Nelly Furtado, Noah Kahan, Roxanne Bruno, and Coldplay's Chris Martin. What a way to start a sold-out stadium in front of 40,000 people. It had a very Olympic, Paralympic feel to it. "It was great," he says. "They are fascinated," Harry says. "It's a very interesting conversation to have with your kids to explain why that person is missing a leg, why that person is missing an arm, why do they look the way they do. It's challenging but important." With each Invictus Games, Harry hopes to inspire not only the competitors but also the next generation. Our kids are still so young, but Archie especially is asking those questions, he says. I'm constantly trying to make sure that I get it right in explaining what's happened to the competitors and what we do at Invictus to try to make their lives better and give them a chance to redefine themselves. And the power of sport, he continues. Prince Harry bombshell. Duke of Sussex believes his mother Princess Diana was essentially murdered. A bombshell article about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in Vanity Fair magazine has suggested the Duke believes his mother was essentially murdered. The piece looks in detail at where the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are at some 5 years after leaving the monarchy for a new life in the USA, including the failure of their contract with Spotify. An insider at the streaming giant confirms a previous report by Bloomberg about Harry wanting to do a series of interviews with powerful men such as Donald Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, and even Vladimir Putin. He wanted to explore the idea that it was that their experiences made them into sociopaths, with another source who worked in media for the couple confirming there was a plan for a sociopath podcast. The Vanity Fair article states, the person who worked closely with the couple on audio projects recalls Harry saying, "I have very bad childhood trauma. Obviously. My mother was essentially murdered. What is it about me that didn't make me one of these bad guys?" It goes on to point out that getting a season's worth of world-famous sociopaths to talk about how they developed sociopathy would be a booking challenge, even for the fifth in line to the British throne. Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris in 1997, along with her boyfriend Dodi Fade and their driver Henri Paul. The French investigation later concluded he was solely to blame, having lost control of the Mercedes at high speed while under the influence of alcohol and drugs. They were being pursued by paparazzi at the time, with Paul having earlier goaded the snappers waiting outside the Ritz Hotel. In 2008, a jury at the British inquest recorded a verdict of unlawful killing through grossly negligent driving by Paul and the following paparazzi vehicles. Speaking on Meghan's brief appearance in episode 5, James said, "Meghan is seen chatting as though on a royal visit, and it's Meghan extending a hand to touch her husband to invite him into the conversation. She also commands looks of respect, and she walks across the stage to give Harry his trophy, and he goes into playful mode, pointing to his chest as though to ask me." Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.